Hello everybody and welcome back to another video. The first review in a very long time. It's been several months. It's been several months since I even uploaded a Cars related video. That would have been the collection video. Before that, I don't even know what it was. We are back again today, shortly before Christmas, because I have this set of customs that I really wanted to share because I think it's awesome. And there is another set of customs, a 155 and a mini racer, that I'll be sharing very soon as well. These are two customs that I did myself. I don't have a whole lot of those. Most of them don't turn out that good, but I think these are probably my best work yet. And that's not a high bar to clear, but overall, I think they turned out nice. This is, I guess, these are track damaged Jackson Storms, named after, I guess you could say named after the track damaged Cruz Ramirez that was released in 2021 from the final scene or one of the final scenes in Cars 3, where she, of course, kind of leaps over him for the win like that. And I realized that after Cruz pulls that move off, you do not see Jackson Storm like at all. The rest of the movie, you don't see like what kind of damage he got from pulling that move. You don't see like him after the race being disappointed. He just kind of disappears. So I was left with a lot of creative freedom. I had an extra Jackson Storm. I had an extra Jackson Storm mini racer because, I mean, both these guys very common, or at least were very common for a very long time. They're not peg warming as much. They're still there though. So we're going to take a look at both of these. I'll start with the mini racer because I really like the 155. I'll kind of go over this and then I'll compare it to the normal one. So the expression, I changed it up a little bit. I used some red to kind of paint a mouth. He was smiling, or at least grinning, in the original version, if I can pull that up right now. Actually, no, he wasn't. He was making that exact same expression. You can kind of see it there. I just kind of try to fill that with red. It's kind of a neutral expression, like not happy or sad. So I could really just fill that up and have it fit. The main changes I made were with the eyes, of course. He looks kind of determined in the original version. The new version, he's pretty upset. On the right side, you don't really have a whole lot. I did draw a little, I guess you could say, like, yellow thing. That yellow actually should have gone on top of the Piston Cup logo. I'd say a little oversight on my part. That's supposed to be like the little championship decal. On the back, no changes apart from the rookie stripes. I just painted over those because he's no longer a rookie at the end of the Florida 500. And then this is where the main show is. The right side, after he kind of uses that side to bang Cruz into the wall. Don't take that out of context. I'm only going to assume, just based on what I've seen in like real life racing, that after Cruz moved like out of that way, Jackson just kind of veered like hard right into the wall and gave himself a ton of damage. So we can kind of take a look at that here. The wheels, I painted the bright blue kind of inside of them. That is the color of the wall at the Florida 500. You have a bunch of, gray in there as well, just from, general damage. You've got some scrapes, lots of scrapes going on. I used a screwdriver for that. I used a little bit of paint that I kind of smeared around with the screwdriver to give the illusion that, there was some paint involved too. It looks a lot better on the 155. The Mini, for some reason, was a little more durable. Then you have one or two little tire marks down at the bottom of his side, just from him, trying to ram into Cruz. Overall, I do like this mini racer, but the 155 turned out much, much better, and we'll take a look at that right now. Here is the 155. We'll do a little comparison again. Here he is with the normal one. Expression, once again, I just painted over the eyes with a paint pen, which is kind of what I did with the other ones too. And other ones is in the mini racer and the scratches on the side. So I just kind of gave him like a little defeated eyes look. The gray doesn't match exactly, but it gets the job done. You see there, I actually did paint over the Piston Cup logo this time. It doesn't look perfect, but it looks good enough, honestly. Unless you really start looking at it, in which case you can see that it looks pretty terrible. Yeah. Let me zoom back out. This is a very unstable camera. Just like the other one, the rookie stripes have been painted over. The paint is pretty, like, the paint is not staying on there too well. I made this custom like last year, I want to say. Might have been very early this year, but I'm pretty sure it was last year. The paint does not stay on that well. So we're just kind of working with that. And then you get to the damaged side, and man, oh man, do I love this. So once again, I did use a screwdriver. As you can see on this side, he still has like some lettering on the tires or whatever. I believe that says Lightyear, or it's got like some kind of blue design. Those have been completely wiped out on his side, and they should have been wiped out on Cruz's, but they weren't. Because in real life, when a race car hits the wall like that, it's going to completely scrape like any decals, any little lettering off of the side of the tires. The rims, I did a similar thing to the Mini Racer where I kind of just painted in there. Got some blue in there, got some gray. Then these scratches, like I said, screwdriver goes all the way from like the front. You can see where it kind of ends up there, all the way to the back. Even got a little bit on the spoiler up there. Really got on the spoiler. Yeah, that's not a design. It kind of looks like a Jackson Storm S, which is why I had to take that double take. And then you can see there's 3 different shades or 3 different colors in these scratches on there. You have, of course, well, the gray is just kind of bare metal. I did scrape down to the bare metal a little bit. You got some blue from the Florida 500 wall. You've got some yellow from, of course, Cruz Ramirez. And you've also got some red from Cruz Ramirez's paint job, because I know she was freshly painted. That paint was still wet, I'm guessing. You also, once again, like the Mini Racer, have the exact same tire mark in the exact same spot from, you know, Cruz Ramirez. Of course, I'm a big NASCAR fan, so I've seen plenty of race win diecasts, plenty of race wins in general, or just damaged cars in general during races that look like that. So it was really fun to, you know, try to replicate that stuff, and overall, I think it turned out great. Didn't have to do the Piston Cup champion logo on that side, luckily, because all those decals are gone. Once again, just admiring this. I'm a big fan, and like I said, lots of creative freedom was allowed because they never actually show what happened in the movie. You can only really assume. That is pretty much going to do it for today's video. These 2 Jackson Storm customs, not a whole lot of variants of him. You really just have Jackson Storm. You have Champion Jackson Storm, which is a diecast that never got made. And then I guess you can interpret that this was a variant of Jackson Storm, even though you never see it. But now it exists in my collection. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.